So this is part 2 because the video for some reason cut me off. This is Lenny Wennerstrom, and we read a passage from Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. And we are now talking about the self-talk phrases that are found in the programs, not our mental programs. We want to replace our mental programs that are negative, or they slow us down, they hold us back, they're negative. We want to replace them with things like these programs. So, and the program was, the self-talk phrase was, I always do the most effective thing for me to do right now, right? And another one that I read was, I plan my time and I always set my priorities. And because I follow my time each day, I have more time to use the way I choose. And so these are some of the phrases that you'll find in these programs that Dr. Shad has come up with. So they're really, really powerful, because what I was saying before, I got a phone call that cut me off. For some reason, I stopped it, the do not disturb, but it still came through. So anyway, the reason it's so powerful is because when we trade these passages, that we have this self-doubt, we have discouragement, depression, we have these programs that are running. 77% of them are in our conscious mind are negative. They hold us back. They're harmful. They're just not. They're negative. Overall, they're negative. And then in our subconscious, we've got over 90% or more that are negative, and they're just programs running in the background. We don't even know they're there. And so it's something that if if you're tired or do whatever, you're just on autopilot. And so it just happens. Like, you'll just go to the refrigerator and stuff your face if you're tired or not feeling good, or you're feeling depressed, and that might be a program. I know I've done that. So I was using one that I do, because I went from not eating anything to like just finding something, just tired and wanting to eat or something. So it's interesting, these programs that are running in the back, and in our conscious and in our subconscious minds. There's so many. And the really beautiful thing that I want to share with you, and the reason I wanted to share some of these passages with you, is to show you the power of them. So I'm reading you passages, in this book, a passage a day. But if you were to listen to the 2 that I just read to you, and along with some other ones that, with self-esteem, building your self-esteem as the foundation of it all, you start, no matter which one you listen to, you're going to have self-esteem building at the basis of it all, as the foundation. So they're just so powerful, and they're telling your brain exactly how you want it to run. And what I was saying was that it's not lying to yourself. You are programming your brain. You're telling your brain, this is how it's going to be. So it's not you lying, and when you say it. And the reason I said listen to it low volume is because your brain's picking up everything. Just think about a television in the background, and something just, all of a sudden you're hungry for pizza, and the TV's been on and you haven't really been watching it, but you've been doing stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's dinner time, and there's, pizza on the TV or something. Everything's energy and a frequency, and it's constantly programming your brain in the 3D world. So even when you're sitting there, you might get hungry, because this is how marketing works. And because marketing that is very savvy, they know how it works. They know how the brain works, and they know it's repetition, repetition, repetition. What do you see during all the shows? You see the same commercials, just rotating. You might see it 2 times. It's like, oh man, I just saw that, and it played again. Or, I mean, it's all by design. And what's said in the commercials, all of that, so that it will wire your brain, especially at night when you're tired, because then you're in a whole different phase of your subconscious mind, which then it can permeate it. So be real careful who you hang out with and what you watch, and what you put into your brain when you're tired, at any time really, but especially at night, if that's or early in the morning, depending on your shift change. So, but let me read you another one of these phrases that I love. It says, no one has to get me up or get me moving. I start each day by setting my priorities and planning my time. My goals are so clear, my objectives are so exciting, and my enthusiasm is so strong that I can't wait to get started. Is that true for you today? Is that how you are today? That is how you want to program your brain to every day you wake up and you feel that way. And the way that you do that is you repeat these programs into your brain, and it rewires your brain from the negative of like, no, I don't. No, somebody has to get me up in the morning. I have to get my coffee. I get whatever it is. That's a program. And so this will help you to change your programs, which will then change your beliefs, which will then change your attitude about that belief, will then changes your feelings about it. And then that changes your actions, which changes, oh man, I think this isn't even recording. I don't even know if this is recording. Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going. So, I think it is. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going and hopefully it is recording. But and then your results are the end of that in that line, or coming up or down or whatever that is. That's how it goes, and this is how you change your beliefs. Your belief that you are lazy, your belief that you can't remember names, your belief that you don't have enough resources, and maybe you don't have enough resources right now for something, whatever it is, financial, or you don't have a person in your life right now, but you say, basically, you keep telling your brain, this is how it is, and you give it specific directions. It's a computer, and then the output just naturally starts coming out that way. You start saying that to yourself very easily. It just comes out. And just like me, when I read these now, and I always do the most effective thing for me to do right now. So what happens when I read that, and this is one of the reasons I write it down, even though I hear it in the morning or whenever I hear it, is it reminds me, it's like, oh yeah, I do, and then I go do the thing that I wanted to do. It gets me back on point. So it's really an effective tool. And instead of me saying, which I did say in the very beginning, no, I don't always do the most effective thing. I get distracted, and that's where I started a year ago. And so this now I'm like, oh yeah, and almost every single time I'm like, oh yeah, I do, okay. Like I plan my time, and I always set my priorities. I used to say, man, I don't really know what my priorities are. And that's what this is how it's like, oh, I didn't set my priorities today. And now I don't. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. So it just like clicks in. The brain is rewired, and now it's a reminder. And this is how you rewire the brain. It's mechanical, it's amazing, it's powerful, it's energetic. It's fantabulous. So I'm going to read the passage one last time, because I don't even know if this is recording right now, but I guess we'll all know that together, right, when we finish here. So for September 13th, this is your passage. Today I choose to believe in my dreams. Yes, you choose. Focus your vision. I'm reading it, not the you in the second person. I'm reading it the way that Dr. Shad wrote it. Today I choose to believe in my dreams, focus my vision, set my sights, get a clear, bright picture of my most important goal, and take a giant step forward. Today's the day I grab my goal and I go for it. That's what you do. You just grab your goal, you know what it is, you're looking at it every morning and every night, and you're creating the plan around it, and you are making it happen because you start believing in yourself. You start saying, I got this, I can do it. You are determined, you can do it. You have priorities, you have set them. You have a goal. You said, this is my goal and this is when I'm going to get it done by. You have your objections, any obstacles that are stopping you, and you have your steps to overcome those objectives, and step 1, 2, 3, and that is your plan. And so it's very, very specific, and that is how the brain works, with specific instructions that will help you in your future, and especially like these key concepts that in life coaching that I teach. They are directions. They are the how-to to have success in every single area of your life, if you so choose. Because it's your choice. Everything is a choice. Okay, there was all kinds of distractions in this video. I apologize, and I'm really hoping that this video actually even took. I don't know. I'm saying it again, but I love you so very, very much. Or you can do this. You can find your purpose. You can do absolutely anything. You are unlimited. So there went the limo. There goes the limo. You are unlimited. You can do, be, change, have, create, absolutely anything. You can change anything. You can change your thinking. You can change your programs, which will change your beliefs. So we go down that whole thing. You're powerful and you are empowered. And get that app. Get that app, 30 days free, in the description. Get it and try it for 30 days free. And then decide. You can have up to 6 peeperoos on that once you start paying the monthly. It is so powerful. It is life-changing, more than anything else on planet Earth that I have ever experienced, because it is your brain in your head and you get to change it to the programs that you want. And you can look through all the programs and see what you want. I love you so very mucho. I believe in you. As always, shining my light to brighten yours, and we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.